you know, it was a cool day. I don't think it got above 65 all day. I took the wife to work at about 8:30 this morning, and it was like 57, and when I picked her up this evening, it was like 61. So it just stayed cool all day long. Didn't really have much to wait on, a lot of clouds. It looked like it might even think about raining, but it didn't. And been doing a little bit of work on the SV220, but making a change of some things that I did. I didn't like how it came out, so I'm going to do it a different way. Just mechanical layout thing, that's all. But other than that, it's been a lot of just doing things around the house. So that's all been coming along pretty well, too. Waiting for hopefully seeing some of my relatives coming here to the U.S. in the upcoming week. Most of the time it's me and the wife going to Vietnam, so it'll be nice to have them come here, which I think might be happening pretty soon. We'll have to see how it all works out. Other than that, I am using my homebrew transmitter tonight, the Bervin DJS 750, as I lovingly call it. And that's going into a Johnson kilowatt matchbox, open wire line, between my main house and the ham shack, and then finally making it out to the square roof antenna being fed. And don't have anything to sell or trade at this time. My AMI number is 1809. And I won't be around for the round table, but I'm going to be listening on the phone. So with that said, thank you for doing the net tonight.
You go get me an amplifier. Anyway, he was here, and me and him was talking, and I was giving him the directions.
Right at the moment.
And I gave him a gas card.
And also couldn't do that because I am Uberman.
Credit card and ate it.
So 73 to everybody, but I will listen through. Over to you, Steve. KF6SYD with the Wednesday night AM International Net. This is KK6IRZ.
Hope you're able to handle the distractions well, and good luck with the mechanical layout of the SB220. That's very cool. The whole face is a decal now, complete with the texture of paint, the original color and everything. I'm glad you brought that, Brian, over to Wayne to see it. Okay. On the CWS, Ron, how are things out your way? The 4,000's got two of them, Steve.
KF6SYD. 86 WS on here in Joshua Tree. AMI number 16.
Oh, they're gorgeous, man. They call that the geopolitical map. You know, Bill Nye, the science guy, that's his old Geocron. That was sent to me from my friend Patrick that owns Geocron.
Mix of green.
Bill Nye, the big
right now, I'm speaking on the 25, two multipliers, crank that ABS, and I'll be switching over to DC348.
Oh, okay, I see the, okay, I have worked one, I didn't even know. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. You're out, the 4,000's got two of them. Oh, man. Coming your way. Well, yeah, you hear that in my new house.
That's the good old days.
Yeah, I got three of them clocks. And,
swapping the round table, but I'll be listening.
actually, I got 4 of them, but one of them's at the office downtown. But it took me forever, you know, but man, you just don't take it out of the box and plug it in and you're glad about the cool weather you're with. Yeah, this was the main town. Everyone giving us wait, let's keep going. George, W.A. How are you doing tonight, George?
Steve, this is Signal, by the way, from Wentworth. Brian, doing a fantastic job here. And Melodious Voice. I think you're up around
Okay. The very top of it, you have a row of
George,
letters.
we're located in the
And numbers. And I don't know what time zone I'm in. Okay? I figured out how to make the gray line part work. You set the center
receiver.
you have to set it
Thus far.
and
I might make a suggestion.
I can set the gray line part, but I can't figure out how to read the time. I can read the minutes, but I can't read the hours.
And Sharon checked in late, and I failed to call on them. So I would request that after me, if that's possible, because I'd love to hear both of them tonight. Doing a great job, as usual. No matter where you are, I mean, you could be in Alaska, and we would still hear a beautiful signal from FYD. Anyhow, have nothing, no swaps or anything, and no round table tonight. But we're going to listen to here. So with that, KFX FYD, Steve, back to you.
All right, George. Good signal here in Mesa Grande. And yes, what a great idea. I'd like to hear Wayne and hopefully Sharon on. So, Wayne and Sharon, if you're there, or at least Wayne, go ahead and take your turn out for tonight for the Wednesday night AMI Net.
Okay, Steve, good evening, everybody. This is Wayne, W6IRD, and I'm running my A20D2 tonight. Thanks to some of my good friends, of course, helped put all the plugs and cables together correctly after being moved around a few times. So, anyway, everything seems to be working quite well. SI rated 1.4, a little higher than I'd like it to be, but I've got to work on the antennas. I got a guy coming to put new wires up from. Anyway, that's life in the fast lane. And Sharon's not coming out tonight. She's got a thing to do to get ready to go to surgery tomorrow morning. So she's got preparation she has to go through to get ready for the surgery tomorrow morning. So please excuse her and keep her in your repairs. I think everything will just be fine, but you never can tell. Anyway, I'm hopeful for the best. And I think everything will be fine. Anyway, with that, I don't have too much to say except that the transmitter seems to be functioning quite well. And I hope the audio sounds okay. I'm not hitting it too hard. So back to you, Steve. W868.
I could count them, but
KF6FYD, W6IRD.
Sorry, Wayne. Oh, you sound like $1 million. It's still working very well. And give Sharon our love. And yes, she's on my prayer list for tomorrow. And run into a few people lately that have gotten that done. It's supposed to be a very quick, routine thing now. 45 minutes and go back home, and some people do very well right after that. So I hope she's one of them. But we'll be thinking of you guys tomorrow, and we certainly do hope things go very well for you and Sharon tomorrow. Thanks, Wayne. Okay. let's take pick Kevin up, and then I'll see if anyone else wants on the list. WA6JKN, Kevin in Gilroy. It's your turn.
Okay, thank you very much, Steve. Just checking a couple adjustments here.
Transceiver or what?
A little overshoot there on the frequency.
What is it again?
This is WA6JKN, Kevin in Gilroy. Gilroy is also known as the garlic capital of the world. And the Garlic Festival is coming back this year. I'm happy to announce, if I haven't done it before, I think I have.
Yeah, I see one here on eBay.
They got all the issues resolved. And the Garlic Festival will be held, the last weekend in July, the last 3 days in July, over the weekend, starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So a lot of people happy about that. Get that Gourmet Alley back in operation, all the entertainment and everything else. The venue is being changed to Gilroy Gardens over in the Grove. About 6,000 per day. So it's kind of let's get all the bugs ironed out, see how it goes this year. Then we'll go ahead and expand it to maybe its full size next year. So tickets are going to be hard to get. They'll be available, I think, sometime in May, to be determined. I think it's going to be online or something like that. So all you garlic lovers out there, the Gilroy Garlic Festival is back after 6 years.
Examples on W.
I'm personally very, very happy to hear the good news. Okay, the rig I'm running tonight is the Collins KW1. Let's see here, I forgot to turn on the station monitor. Looks like it's working well. The modulation monitor says that everything is A-OK. The receiver's the 75A4, the antenna is the inverted V up about 40 feet at the apex. The microphone's a 638. The Electro Voice 638.
Well, how do you know that?
And the tube complement of the KW1 is a pair of 810s modulating a pair of 4-400 Charlie. Those are the military versions. I'm very lucky to pick up a few sets of those. All right. Ham radio-wise, radios that I've worked on this week. George, Yankee Echo Charlie, I picked up a 51J4 from him many years ago. I don't remember how many. And there was one little problem with that receiver that was just a scratchy noise it was making in the mechanical crystal filter switch when you went from the 3 filters. And when I looked at it years ago, I said, you know, that's going to be a total teardown just to get to it. So I forgot.
I got a guy right now.
How difficult it was going to be. So I pulled the thing out of the cabinet, and I looked at it, and I was looking at the drawings. And I said, wait a minute. 101 amplifier, whatever that is. If I make some special tools, I can pull off an inspection cover that's between some IF cans and the mechanical filter assembly. And so I worked on that, got the tools made, and by golly, I was able to take the, I think there was what, 1, 2, 3, there's 6 screws. 6 screws that was holding this inspection plate in place. Pulled it off, and there it was. The wafer switch for the mechanical filters. So all I had to do was spray that beautiful contact cleaner in there and work the switch back and forth a few times, and voila! The noise was gone and the signals were just blasting through the IF. So it's like brand spanking new now. I'm very, very pleased with how that worked out. And yes, it was harder to put the screws back in than it was taking them out. So because of that, I'm going to have to redesign the special screwdrivers I made to be able to facilitate putting the screws in a little bit easier next time around. Okay, that was my ham radio project of the week. Other than that, I'm doing a lot of walking and riding mountain bikes. You know, that's the pedal kind, no battery, no motor. With Diane, we've been having lots of fun traveling along the country roads, and we got some beautiful trails up in Gilroy. And we've really been enjoying it. So we did that, a little bit of that today, and our shopping bill for the week, and we took my daughter and her husband out to dinner afterwards. So it was another beautiful day. Not on the chilly side, but this past week has been absolutely gorgeous in the 80s. So not to complain at all. I think we might even get a little bit of rain starting next week. We'll see what happens. So with that, Steve, you're not too strong. You're right at the noise level. I had to go to KFS to hear you. So hopefully you don't have to do the same on my signal. So back she comes to Steve, and thank you for taking the net tonight. I'm so glad to hear Wayne is in there tonight. Wayne, by far, you have the strongest signal on the air. It's good to hear that you're back. And I want to thank Steve and Jeff for getting that transmitter back on the air for you. Between that transmitter, its power, and your antenna system, it's doing a bang-up job because you're coming in like Grant took Richmond. KF6SYD. And the AMI group, WA6JKN.
I'll switch over in a few minutes. Great on the Garlic Festival. That event has quite adversity, and I'm so glad they're going to finally get it going again. I hope it all works good. Congratulations on getting to the last twist. So very good on that. Richard, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. WR6J, Richard here in City. Appreciate you taking me for the net tonight. And my AMI number is in the mail, so to speak. I sent it a few days ago, but I haven't got the number. So hopefully I'll be able to go on the net. Haven't been on the net for a while. Recently. But just in the last couple of weeks, put together a 6146 based rig that I'm using right now. Put it together over the last couple of weeks, and I'm using a tube output transformer reverse modulating the plate. I'm also using another output transformer to do
She's probably one of the most famous girls that ever graduated from there, but she wasn't even close to me in the furnace.
200, and that's putting out about 100 watts of carrier, and that's then going into a Heatkit SA 3060, and they have a line here in Redwood City, so I have an antenna up the mark. And on the audio side, to drive those output transformers, I've got SM48 Shure microphones and a Behringer preamp and a Crown Try both of those amps. And what to maybe build a digital synthesizer. Not some experimentation with the tablet. I'm listening to right now. I guess it is. But right now listening is pretty much impossible. But I've got a plan, and I'm going to see if I can set up my own listening station. I'll pass it back. Again, thank you for doing that. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Richard. Well, good copy on you up here in Mesa Grande. And from the antenna up the mast. Very good setup. 100 watts is getting you here just fine. And let's go to Larry. And Larry, while you're talking, I'm going to attempt to switch over to the other transmitter. I've got a knife switch, a coax switch, and I'm going to put the head of this microphone on the other stand. So let's see if this all works. So, Larry, KN6IYC, take your turn. KF6SYD.
WA6,
Got you, John.
All right, Steve. KF6SYD with the signal coming out of Mesa Grande. I heard you just flying away.
If you find someone to get the pressure off, I don't know what the anxiety or whatever it causes, it usually comes back down.
You look at clock.
Oh my goodness, let's see. This is KF6IYC. My AMI number is 1815.
Okay, you are exactly right. Okay.
Ranger.
I am in time zone F.
Applied with it turned down. Watching my.
Okay. I'm surprised I figured it out that easy. I just heard what you were saying about the markers and stuff. Now you know what to use to do.
So, like right now, we're in daylight savings time, okay? So F is between 10 and 11. Actually, it works for me would be R, okay? It's 10:30. Well, yeah, I can get with, and then I look at the minute one, and then I can get the right minute. Yeah, I think I figured out how to read it.
Big
272 and 1921.
Supposed to not be so.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the digital one right now.
And that seems to be doing just totally groovy. So, anyway, that's it. From here from Preston, California. We'll see if got himself all.
That's Eric. I guess the ground wire screwed up.
Steve, please pick it up from KN6IYC.
Yeah, this looks about right. Wonderful. No, it's not going to trip me out. Hold on.
That was solid noise.
Hello. Well, we'll see if I hold it. When I talk to the SWR, it goes, oh, it's going up now. Hold on. Yeah. Maybe there. Nope. Right there. Let's try that. All right. KF6SYD on the Super Senior now. And we'll see if it, well, it's, oh, that's better. Okay, talk louder. Louder here. Okay, Larry, good transmission. And we'll see if this is it out. And continue the net this way, because the band seems to be deteriorating ever so slightly as the net goes on. So I hope this helps. Over to W6THW Mike, it's your turn for the Wednesday night net. Go ahead. W6THW, KF6SYD, calling. Yeah. Okay. Sorry we missed Mike. Maybe another transmission. Okay. NF7R, how you doing tonight?
This is NF7R, and doing pretty good.
Yeah, Eric.
Southern Moss seems to be right, but I think we're pretty much copying everybody. You have your usual wave signal from where you're at. It sounds very good. And a little bit of difference when you got on the Super Senior, but with I got enough noise here. I'm not in a position to give a signal report or an audio report.
How about the mic? I wonder what the hell's causing that, eh?
Let's see, my AMI number is 1769. Let me check my modulation here.
Yeah, 1769. Testing. Sorry to do this on the air. Anyway, we're located in Logandale, Nevada, about 60 miles northeast of Las Vegas. And the rig here tonight is the usual Viking Valiant. Probably around 110 left. And the, let's see, I think I have my drive up a little bit too high. Anyway, receiving on a national NC-183 Delta on a program fan dipole, and the mic here is a Shure Model 51. Now we can understand everything you say. Not just me, but thanks for being there, Steve, with your usual great signal. This is that processor.
All right, Don. Good copy on you. A couple of fades, but not too bad. And good to have you with us tonight. Okay. Dave, WJ6W. How are things in Tarzana tonight?
Okay, Steve. Well, thanks. Very good. Things are okay here in Tarzana. It was a very nice, mostly cloudy, totally cloudy day and cool, so it was nice. And we're running a Super Senior tonight as well, just like you, listening on an ICOM 7610, which is handy with its twin passband tunes. I'm going to have to look up the political damn mic plug. You're going to have to tie the two grounds together on the mic plug. There's the shield ground.
Great to hear Wayne again.
Transmitter's doing really well. And Steve, I forgot that the earthquake was maybe near your location there, up in the mountains. I hope everything came out okay. Apparently it did. You didn't mention much, or anything, so hopefully you did okay. We got an alert on our phone right away here, but didn't feel a thing here in Tarzana, not one thing, and I rushed out.
Please run those on the 940s.
In the kitchen or whatever, nothing.
Oh, the 940s, the 430s, I mean, everything was an 8-pin
It was
plug.
fairly strong, I understand. Okay, let's see. I mentioned what we're running. And
they put out
let's see, no swap or no round table tonight. And so we'll turn it back to you, Steve. KF6SYD, WJ6W.
All right, Dave. Well, we looked all over the house. First off, the remote cameras I have set up here did trigger an alert, a sound alert, and it recorded that, so I can go back and replay the earthquake. The downstairs camera captured that event, so the camera shook and it made some noise. And we looked all over the house and finally found what the earthquake did to us. There's a cupboard in the kitchen it's a spice cabinet, and the little spice bottles they fell out when you opened the door. They were dislodged from their little shelf in the spice cabinet. Other than that, we can't find anything out of place up here. So Very good. I'm glad it didn't do anything your way. Our home in Long Beach was unaffected. I got an alert, but I didn't really notice anything shaking in Long Beach. So we fared well up here. Thanks, Dave. Okay, over to Mike, W7MS. Mike, how are you tonight? It's your turn. W7MS. KF6SYD calling.
You can put a joker there.
W7MS, W6R, they're calling you.
You can do it at the back of the line, or you can do it on the right.
Well, if he didn't hear you, I guess he's not there, Wayne. Thank you. All right, now out to La Cañada. W1JIB. It's your turn, Bob. Go ahead.
Okay, KF6SYD, WD9JIB, Bob here in La Cañada. Boy, what a mess on the band tonight. Propagation is good to everywhere, I think. So, a lot of you are married tonight. But I'm still picking up just about everybody. So anyway, the name here is Bob, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, location La Cañada. Near the northwest tip of Pasadena, the foothills of the San Gabriel, running my usual AM station, which starts with a D104, into a Johnson Viking Valiant version 1.0, 145 watts or thereabouts, so up to my converted V dynamo, which is up 35 foot mass. Receiver is the Hammerland HQ129 X-ray. Transmitters from about 50. Oh no! Tonight and most nights at AM. No AM for me. And heavy conditions. Everything's coming in from everywhere. Back to you, Steve.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, everything is coming in from everywhere. Here, too. Good evening, Bob. Sounding good up here. All right. Boy, this ought to be a strong station. KW1NG. Ken, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Steve and Annette. Good to hear you. I'm hearing everybody just fine. I'm using the 51S1 as a secondary receiver and putting it on the upper sideband, and that gets rid of all the interference that's on the lower sideband. So, got a good dial here and there, but no problem. So, using the 7300 tonight to the AOS 606, about 500 watts peak out, something like that, and 100 watts carrier, 100, a little over 100, and going out to the full wave loop, the LOS, loop over septic. It was a good day today. Cool, really cool today. Vast change from yesterday. So anyway, it was a nice day. Did a whole bunch of stuff. Went to Costco and I exceeded my personal best. I spent $600 today at Costco. I don't know if it's in the electronic system stuff today. Wow. Oh my gosh. And then I was tired. I had to have a nap after that. I was exhausted spending all that money. So got some stuff done around the house and just had a pretty good day here. So glad to hear everybody. My number is 1877, and no on the swap, no on the sell, no on the buy, and no on the round table for me. So I know it's got a busy night here. Getting a little long in the tooth, so I'm going to pass it on back to you. Steve, thanks for taking the net, and glad you did well with the earthquake. We felt it pretty good here, too. It was quite a jolt. We're about 15 minutes south of the epicenter here in Alpine. We got jolted pretty good. You did. All right, KF6SYD and the group. Good evening, all. KW1NG.
All right, Ken. Yeah, I'm just not going to buy anything till the tariffs drop back down. That's my plan. Don't know if I can get by with that or not. I haven't bought anything since it hit, so I haven't felt the effect yet. And you've got a little something in your audio. It's just brief. It's like you're talking, and then it's a little bit of way in the background noise. I don't know what's creeping in there in between words. Very faint, but it's there. You might, well, you gotta wait to listen to yourself or not. But you can look for that, or if you don't fix it, you're fine. Good to hear you tonight, Ken. Okay, I didn't mark you down. I don't want to call you 2 times. I did put the little check mark there.
You should get those since I was a kid. I forget the name of the medicine I took in my 30s.
In Benton Harbor, Michigan, the Heathkit Company, the Dixie 100. Man, this sounds great. This good combination there. Did a good job there, Jeff. And so, Steve Houston was not as strong as we were on Long Beach, but then, it's understandable. And there's TSB and high noise level and so on. It's been a beautiful, cool day here in Santa Monica. Nice light breeze from the ocean, so kind of pleasant. All right. My antenna is a homebrew dipole, and it's 50 ohms, so I don't need a tuner to match that big 3-section variable output capacitor and the DX100. All right. AMI number is 1326, followed by 213. That's easy to remember. Nothing to swap and nothing to round table. So wishing everybody a nice week, and hey, enjoy spring. It's always nice. Thanks for doing the net, Steve, and also Dave for collecting glory, something that I have many years of pleasure doing. It's nice to be retired from that. I have a little more time to catch up on the backlog of things that I need to do. So, that's the 73, back to you, and hey, thanks for doing the net. KF6SYD, K6 Little Green Light.
All right, Skip, you're making the trip from Santa Monica. And Ken, that could have been my receiver making that noise, so maybe scratch that. Running the Q multiplier, and it's like, that could have done it instead of your transmitter, so maybe scratch what I said. I'm not sure about anything, though. Okay, got a few stations left on the list. Is there anyone come lately that wants to get on the list before I complete the net? Please call now. Nobody I can hear. W6YEC4. How are things in Lemon Grove tonight?
Yeah, pretty good. Things are real good down the hill there from you, Steve. You're sounding great tonight. Haven't heard the Viking 1 for a while. Doing an excellent job here this evening. And not paying too much attention to the QR Mary. Been playing around with the 75A4 and the rejection tuning a little bit, just for the fun of it. And got you tuned in pretty nice. Everybody's coming in great. All right. Yeah. I had a Zoom teaching call tonight So got down here a little bit later than usual, but we got in just as things were wrapping up with Jay taking the early, so I guess we did okay. Anyway, running the normal AM setup here tonight with a Ranger 2 and driving my MLA 2500 amplifier for right at about 350 watts or so. We're pretty close to legal limit with it, I think. And everything looks good on the slope. And we're listening on the Hammerman HQ110 Alpha as well as the 75A4, just for the fun of it. And all that going through the tuner, the SA2060 Alpha tuner, and open feed line homemade going out the wall of the shack here and up the corner of the shack to where the loop is tied to, about 40 feet in the air. So that's what's going on here. Beautiful day in San Diego. I was in the house most of the day working in the office, and but seems to be very nice. Didn't even wear a jacket down here to the shack. It's lovely out there. Okay, that's it, Steve, for tonight. No on the round table, no on the swap. But we do have stuff that we're going to have to get rid of here. But we do have. I'll throw this out there. I do have an RNE 4350 A, I believe it is, with the crystal calibrator and all. What a beautiful receiver. And access to my needs these days, but it's been part of my collection. That was a receiver I was drawn to when I was just before I got my novice ticket. When I was out looking at receivers, for some reason I was drawn to that big dial. It's a beautiful receiver. I also have the sideband slicer to go with it. If that's something that would interest anybody, give us a call and we'll see what we can do. And with that, I have the Hammerland HQ129X, like you have, in very, very nice condition, and it's a wonderful shortwave receiver, but we've got lots of receivers around here, so I've got to make some room. Anyway, 619-277-6043. Anybody has interest in those items, just give us a holler. Thanks, Steve, for running the net, and thanks, Jay, for taking the earlies. Such a good job you do, and very, very nice signal out of Hesperia. So with that, Steve, it's back up to Long Beach. KF6SYD, no, not Long Beach. They're up in up there by Angel Mountain. In fact, you're on Angel Mountain, I believe. So back to KF6SYD, W6YEC.
You know, I don't know what all the parameters are, but sometimes they go, sometimes they don't.
And I hope you can find a good home for those. And Larry, I'm not Larry. Ken, I don't have a buzzer. KW1AG is confirmed. The noise is not on your audio. It's in this receiver. So scratch everything I said. You have beautiful audio with no artifacts at all. Don't have to think about that. Wish I had a buzzer.
Well, they might have got into something.
One of them, it's your turn, go ahead.
Okay, very good, Steve. KF6SYD, NA7RH. Boy, those Southern Moss are really loud here tonight, so I've been using the J2B all evening, and it's worked out fine. But I switched over to my other receiver just before you turned it over to me, and realized how they're pounding in. Anyway, Bob here in Scottsdale, running the old 6D25 sweeping special. I hope you can hear me over all that garbage. And looking Guntron Super Tuner and W2IHY audio processor with a an old ICOM electric microphone, and listening mostly on the Go 2B this evening. Bringing the old Sweet Tube Special. Mostly out of the 1961 through 64 AWR-100. Anyway, don't have a whole bunch here, just going around with the radio every day and local nuts and everything else. So still working on a transmitter project and doing a little DX. I worked a whole bunch of bands with that group that's off in the British Virgin Islands, so that was fun. Anyway, back to you, Steve, if you can hear me above all that noise. NE7RH.
Okay, so no problem, heard every word of it. And last on the list, WA6JUS. John, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Thank you, Steve. Really. KM6 SYD. WA6JUS.
I was so happy and relieved to wake up from a nap and come out here thinking I missed everything, and to find you guys still here. We had an incredible family reunion of my personal family. My daughter, who has two children, a boy is 6 and a little girl is about 4. And they live up in Mount Shasta. Her husband is a surgeon up there. They met each other at San Diego State. And so, I put the tumor into my older brother, who's an endocrinologist retired from Maryland. I put the tumor, super silver, in the water in the Bay Yacht Club, and they had a wonderful time sailing. It was really like old times. And I had my mobile surf guitar rig there at the yacht club, the dual Showman and a kilowatt sine wave inverter, and a couple of guitars, and my daughter's father is a surgeon up there. He plays guitar quite well, so we were able to have a rather nice little back and forth duet there in the parking lot of Mr. Bay Yacht Club out of my F-150 with the Showman rig inside it. I use that a lot. It was all a wonderful day. Everybody had lots of fun, and it's been a long time. We kind of went our painful separate ways for a long time, but we're back together, and that's pretty good. But I had to work hard to get the boat ready to go. And having the two guitars, since the surgeon played, that was a bonding, and it just magically happens that two people can play. And to be able to hear you guys on and wake up and not realize I've lost too late is wonderful. So it's sad to be, this is the big babu, of course. KM6SYD, and my number is 1258. This is WA6JUS.
Okay, John. Well, I'm awful glad to hear the family's all getting along together better. I've been through that myself with our family. It's got its ups and downs sometimes. And talk about the small sailboat. That's how I learned to sail on a little bit of sailboat, and I could barely fit in it as a kid. I could barely fit in it, no seat in it, too small for that. And had a sideboard, and I spent hours and hours out there, and that let me, it was pretty easy when I decided I wanted to learn how to sail larger boats. My family, they get seasick, so I go out, I single-hand, go on to a club, I single-hand the Catalina 28, go out past the breakwater in Long Beach, and just spend hours out there by myself. And also had a motor on it, so I put the sails down when you got in the harbor and bring it back in and dock it. But that's a whole lot of fun. Real good on everything, John. Glad you made it here in time. I want to check into the net before we close it. I ain't found that.
Please contact WA6JUF.
You go ahead, John.
Long Beach Harbor. Are you at all familiar with, let's see, Los Alamitos, the yacht club there? We would go out to the jetty and we would sail, out of Long Beach Harbor. Alameda Yacht Club, and I remember it was pretty primitive. They had sand dollies to get to it. The boat pulled up to deep out of the water. Didn't have a hoist, but everybody took it in stride so beautifully. That was the 50s and the early 60s. There was a builder that had the most modern skimmer. It was called the Tri-1, 111. Anyway, do you have any remembrance of Alameda State Yacht Club? Back to you.
Sounds like what I always liked to know about jetty, but I was a member of a club where you could rent boats more up toward the Queen Mary, across from the Queen Mary. There still is there. I never wanted to buy one, but I'd rent it from there. And that's when they were building the island, not the island, but they were building out so they could dock all the freighters coming from China. They were going out there with barges and dumping in Long Beach Harbor to create more land out there, which is now a part of the shipping, where all the container ships come in. But that was back in the 90s when I used to do the sailing so much. Anyway, but over where you're talking about sounds like where I always launched the powerboat from to go fishing. So that's very cool, John. Over.